in December, I had an annual physical and I had a blood draw, which is just routine for that. Before I went to the doctor, I pulled up the results of the blood draw and noticed that there were three of the categories that were like screaming red. They were in red and they said high, high, high. Everything else was normal. It was all green, but these three things were in a high category and they indicated a decline in kidney function. So I was a little concerned. Went to the doctor the next day, had my physical, brought it up with her. She was pretty reluctant, I don't know why, to send me to a specialist, but I persisted and got a referral to go to a specialist. Then in February, that's when I had that appointment, the beginning of February. I walked in, the doctor came in, sat down, and looked at the numbers. We also went back about 10 years and saw that the numbers for my kidney function were decreasing over that whole time period. And he sat down with me and he said, Denise, you have stage 3 chronic kidney disease. That week, Wednesday night, again, I pulled up my numbers. You can get those online ahead of time. And I was just kind of dismayed. I just kind of looked at it and didn't understand what I was seeing. There wasn't any red. And I thought, well, maybe he just asked to look at other things that I'm not aware of and I don't understand what I'm looking at. So the next day I went for the appointment. He walked in, he had a big smile on his face, and I said to him, have you looked at the numbers? Have you looked at my ultrasound and the urology report? And he said, yep. And I said, am I healed? And he said, well, let's talk about that. So he sat down and he looked at my numbers, he showed me, and he said, you know what? There's nothing wrong with your kidneys. I said, well, could there be something wrong with the blood draw? And he said, no. I've looked at the blood draw, I've looked at the ultrasound, and I've looked at the urinalysis, and your kidneys are perfectly fine. And he said they will be fine for at least 30 years, and they'll just age naturally. I was so joyful at that. And I looked at him and I said, you know, the Lord healed me. And he just looked at me with like a deer in the headlights look. And, I just, planted a seed there, hopefully that the Lord will take over someday. So I just wanted to share that with you. I just want you to know that God is God. He's in control. He may choose to heal in this life, whether you ask or not. He may choose for you to have patience and be healed in the next life. But it's up to him. And you and your congregation have been faithful and obeying. He wants to be here, and you have allowed and accommodated for that. And I just want you to know that he's here.